Uh, Welcome to Radical Talks. And today we have a guest who is an IT leader. It's like he's working in a global company and leading R&D for that company and leading a high performance team. I would like to welcome Deepa Pakal. Uh, Welcome Deepa for the talks, and we'll just immerse into your journey and get
Yeah.
more insight. I think like we'll be looking for more insights to that and adapt to our life. Thank you for coming and like it's all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Sundar, for inviting me to this podcast. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I'm looking to have a meaningful conversation with you, yeah, about my journey. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So Deepa, actually, it's so for me, I was just looking through your profile and like going through your background. Uh, the few things which give me fascinating things or like you did your civil engineering and you transformed into an IT leader now. So I would like to hear from the transformation, how it works and made what made you to go into a software and those kind of thoughts.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Most of the people ask me that. The main thing is at core, I'm a logical thinker, I'm practical thinker. I'm a I have a engineering sort of mindset of 3D thinking or prospective views of thinking and a problem solver. So being that as my core, even though I was civil engineering, I was able to spin my career into IT. And how it started is very interesting journey. I did my undergrad in Hyderabad at Mufakamja College. It's a private college over there under Usmania thing. And then after that, I was wondering what to do next and all that. But my mom was putting me in a pressure. If you're not studying anymore, I'll get you married. Then I said, I need to figure this out and I need to run out of the house. And that's where with my brother's help, I came to CMU to do my master's in civil engineering, naturally progressing from this undergrad in civil engineering to master's in civil engineering. But once I came to this country, I saw so many opportunities. I could go into any class in the university and sit through and hear if I want to. I and then I can do any sports, anything I wanted. And then studies campus was not limited to 9 to 5 as it used to be in India. It's like 24/7 and the libraries are open, computers are available, technology is available. Then, interestingly, I got an on-campus job to do maintain um, Unix
Mhm.
servers. That is my first exposure to computers. I didn't even know how to put a CD to download the software when I got that opportunity. And I
Okay.
figured it out, because of my logical thinking and asking people and all that and reading about it. Oh, okay. It's how to do it and how to install the software, maintain that machines and things like that. And eventually, because I was going to different classes, I went into one of the DBA class. I just went and
Mhm.
sat. It was fascinating for me. Then I said, okay, next course I'm going to take DBA. Then I took C++. So, and on campus, I started doing a project which was C++ based.
Okay.
Um, it was a job, it was giving an income, but at the same time, I was learning on the fly with one course in C++. That totally changed my perspective. And I said, okay, I'm not going to do from master's to PhD in structural engineering, civil engineering, but
Okay.
I'm going to go into workforce. And that's how I did an on-campus interview and spin itself into IT. And
Okay. Nice, nice, nice.
yeah,
So you started your career in software, starting with Unix, and then like you landed into a software engineering job. Okay,
yes,
good. That's good. That's
yes,
good.
yes, yes,
Okay. And more on little bit going back is so you also touch base that like you want to move to US just to get knowledge or like get a freedom of something where you want to
yes.
learn and then you landed into a job. So which one you would like you might have some memories that like in like when we are growing, right? When you're growing, you always think a logical mindset. But why you choose civil instead of IT in India? What made you to
Okay.
choose civil?
Yeah. My father is he's an electrical engineer.
Okay.
And so he was my role model. Then my
Okay.
brother became a civil engineer. So he
Okay.
was again my role model. And my uncles and everybody were engineers. And then I didn't like languages too. So I felt that
Okay.
instead of going to sciences and language and art, I should go to engineering too. And then I think I liked tinkering um,
Okay.
and all that. And civil engineering mostly fascinated me because I used to wonder how houses were built, how the buildings are coming up, how do they do that? So how do they plan that? That all fascinated me to go into civil engineering.
Nice. 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 Good. And yeah. So after your software engineering, first software engineering, so how, I mean, right now you're in the IT leader space, right? So how the ladder work? I mean, how you climb up the ladders, what are the challenges or something you could show on?
Yeah. So my first job was actually through on-campus interview to be a DBA entry level job.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like 6 months before I joined, I was given the offer. But as you know, in the corporate world, things keep changing. So when went for my reporting my first job, I came to know in the job when I came in that my hiring manager got fired.
Oh,
So he's no longer there. Then I was like wondering who I should work with, what am I working with? And then they figured out, okay, you're going to work with content management team,
okay.
not DBA team, but you will be working with content management team. So they gave me into content management. I didn't know anything about content management. At least I know DB
Okay.
and I know C++. But this content management has Visual Basic and it was a N-tier architecture and all that stuff. But on job, I had a good coach,
Okay.
a mentor. So they guided me through the process. So I completed my first project, first year. That built me confident and my
Okay.
curiosity of learning, not sitting, really encourage people to help me, support me, and then grow, give me opportunities. So I stayed there for 5 years, and then from the entry level, I became like administrator for content management. So
Okay.
I was running it with terabytes of data, multiple CI/CD releases and all that stuff, managing that releases and development and all that stuff. Then time came that I need to grow financially and I need to look for another opportunities. So I started next 5 years, I was just jumping 5 to 7 years. I was moving from companies to companies to get growth. I didn't
Okay.
feel like in the same company I was getting growth opportunities.
Okay.
They were taking my help, but I was not getting growth opportunities. So
Okay.
I felt I had that freedom. I can jump. What is the risk in it? I'll just go and go do it. If it doesn't work out, I'll jump into another job. So I kept on jumping. And meanwhile, I got married too. And I kept jumping through. And finally, I landed in J&J.
Okay.
Yeah, and in J&J, I started growing, and then I got into manager position over there. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So a little bit about J&J. So J&J is it's a brand, bigger brand. Is it like something like with the healthcare or something with like products? Is it like what kind of the sector you're working on, J&J?
Yeah, J&J has originally, like 3 years back, had three sectors: consumer, pharma, and medical
Mm-hmm.
device. I
Mm-hmm.
joined in consumer. So initially, I was working under consumer as a business relationship manager, problem solver, and things like that. Then eventually, I moved into pharma, which is
Okay.
again feels like a different company compared to consumer. Uh, and then I started doing cross-sector medical device and consumer
Okay.
projects, and that's how I grew. Yeah, I was
Good.
working through different divisions in consume J&J.
Good. I think like my connection to J&J is like the talcum powder which I get it for babies. So
Yes.
that's what I think I can able to
Yeah,
connect with.
yeah, yeah. Before interviewing for J&J, mine was also this. baby products of J.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Nice. So right now with all this evolution of new bus and things, right? So I mean, what do you think? I mean, J&J or like your career getting into a shift of this new AA bubble or like AA bus? Because you have seen a bubble of earlier the bubble also, right? You have seen the dot-com bubble and AA bubble. So what is the difference or like what is how is your perspective on this?
Uh, with with dot com, it was more of an opportunity to spin off entrepreneur companies and things like that, um, and looking for more opportunities of independent companies spinning off and all that, and that was the opportunity. Over here with AI, I feel it's more about whatever space you are being more productive, more
Okay.
efficient. That's the difference in the technology, I feel, where it comes from. And dot com is more going online from being brick and mortar to getting into more being an online company, services, and all that, and connecting. But this one is more about generating as itself it is, um, projecting or knowing the history or the information they have, they're generating new things. And it's basically efficiency. Right now, I see only efficiency building or being an assistant or a thought provoker tools. And then we need to fine tune it to the domain we need to work with. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. That's great. Yeah, even I mean I remember .com is also an entrepreneur. Like at that time, actually, there were a lot of entrepreneurship come in. Even I think AA also started with that. Maybe I don't know, it's a bubble or something. But yeah, I've seen a lot of AA companies with minimal
Mhm.
employees or like one employee.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know whether it will be same connection or not, but because when .com comes in, actually when .com bubble was there, I was not here. I was in India, so I was just I didn't even know what is happening. I know okay, there are things okay, like people were like moving out of a job or like changing job. Oh, I thought okay, something is happening with just that is the time I was joining my first job,
Mhm.
so I didn't know much
Yeah.
about it. So it was I mean yeah, I didn't even focus on what is happening. I was just going with my job.
Yeah.
That's good,
Yeah.
good,
Definitely.
good. Good, good to see that like you've seen like the initial arc, I mean initial point also like you're seeing another bubble like in this decade. So I think you're one of the one I mean one of the people actually you can see it. You're continuously working. That's a great to mean journey.
Yeah,
So
that's what I am proud of. Like, I never had a break in my career,
yeah.
right from when I joined till now. Um, that's my especially coming from a woman being point of view, it is hard to balance life, kids, family, and then work through. There were some times when I was not accelerating, but still I had my job and that job satisfaction, and as well as for managing the family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's great actually. And like being a mom and like raising up kids, um, and also working, it's incredible. I see that like I mean even my family also have that. So it's I see that there are huge respect for the woman and that side. So what do you do like instead of I mean if you're not being working or something, what are the hobbies or what do you do most of the time without work if you're not having enough work?
Okay. In winters, I do puzzles, thousand-piece
Okay.
puzzles and things like that. And then try to bake,
Okay.
um, yeah, something like that. I try to do, and I celebrate all the holidays, winter holidays. Otherwise, it is so gloomy. So I do Thanksgiving. I host the hand Thanksgiving. I host Christmas, New Year. So get try to get the family together and keep the connections, especially when the kids are growing. I feel it's all the more important. So that's what I do, or I do puzzles. But in summer, I enjoy being outdoors and doing gardening. So
Okay.
yeah, I do gardening. I have a little orchard at the backyard with
Okay.
apple, cherries, figs, all sorts of, like, I have plants growing, and then I have a garden patch where it's vegetable patch.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the front, I maintain the lawn and the
Okay.
landscaping of it. So all that keeps me happy and busy.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like you almost bring your vegetables from your, I mean, from your backyard itself for you, and fruits as well. Like I never hear about like figs. I mean, which can be grown in the backyard.
Yeah, yeah, definitely it can be, even in the winter cold over here.
Oh, okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. I mean, I think like you have like a lot of patience and like bringing up that, because like I do some kind of gardening, but not to the experience or like the commitment you do. Uh, I do it, but I get the yield, and after that, like I will just demolish it, and like I mean, I will just clean it up so that like next time the crop will come. I don't maintain in winters. I will just look for like spring and summer. That's it. That's my
Yeah, yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into a sustaining mode of gardening where it
Oh, okay.
year after year garden will grow on its own
Oh,
and the
okay.
fruits come on its own and all that stuff so that we have to do minimal. That's where I'm leading towards, sustainable gardening and concept.
Okay. So you want to bring your engineering mindset to the gardening and like maybe sometime actually bring AI also.
Yeah, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I all the sprinkling and all that, designing on that. Yeah. And then I also do so many house projects, renovating
Okay.
bathroom, renovating kitchen and all that. And then I just plan on it. All the
Wow.
planning house because I get my civil engineering background behind it. And then I
Yeah.
do all those planning and all that. So
Wow. That's so amazing. Yeah. It's like good. So we talked about AI, right? Like, I mean, what are the things you think AI can do? Is like, I mean, because there is a buzz. It's a positive and negative. And like, what do you think about more positive, or like, what is your stand, or like, where we want to look forward so that we can adapt and move on with AI?
yeah, that's a very interesting question. And I'm also figuring out. But when it comes to my domain, which is R&D and early drug discovery space, what I see the potential of R&D being there or the AI in the R&D space is there is so much of data.
Mm-hmm.
Like labs, research labs provide so many lab instrument data. And then there is historical data of it too. And then there is so much integration, like targets are there. What are the targets? Identifying the targets for a disease. And then what experiments need to be done? Are there already some experiments done?
Okay.
And then finding which protein and how is the pathway and all those things, AI can help us.
Mm-hmm.
Data is all scattered for us, and mining of the data is little bit hard.
Mm-hmm.
But if I make little bit AI ready and a little bit wherever they are, then we put in some infographics and then chat gpt or something mining of that data, then it can be like how Scott Hansman says AI can be used for rubber ducking. That means you are ideating. So this once we put that ecosystem, scientists can do hypothesis and see what all like they can interact with it. Hey, can this path work? Can this experiment work? Was this experiment already done? What were the results? All that thing, then it is telling on the domain what information they have got. So hopefully that helps in accelerating
Okay.
new insights, new drug discoveries, and those are the things I think in the domain. So in generic, I think everybody is using it like the first draft of emails or
Mm-hmm.
presentations or all that. The day-to-day productivity, it is we can see that happening, and the quality of the productive presentations or anything documentation is better. But if we go into specific domains, it can be an assistant, a reflector, and all that, thought provoke the AI tool, and then uh, try to give us more directions to finding its solutions or leveraging this data, more user friendly naturally. When people are not Python programmers or anything, or
Mm-hmm.
to mine the data, they can still get the data out and information out.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thanks for that. And could you able to elaborate more with any of the examples you've seen in like kind of like you mentioned that like when there could be some new drugs identified and huge data could be driven with the protein or something, right? So is there is any examples you'd like run through this current project or like earlier projects you've seen it and where you think AI could be driving fast and get the result very faster? Do you have any examples or something like that? Do you think I could able to
I
explain?
can say we we just have right now only in POCs. There is
Okay.
no, I think it's very early stages, and as you know, pharma is a space where it needs to be highly regulated,
Yes.
controlled, and all that. Being compliant and building that foundation and all that, and being ready to actually discover, it might take some time, but we are not too far, I feel, in this industry. So in this industry, everybody is looking in that space. So I would think um, soon people would see something coming out in this platform. Yeah. So, but I don't have any real examples yet. I don't see it in this industry yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or at least
Okay.
I'm not aware of. Yeah. So,
Okay.
as an example, if we take cars also, like there is so much innovation happening in the car or automobiles development. So, in that space also, um, I can see more efficient car,
Yeah.
more electronic driven car, and all those um, enhancements could easily come through. And then
Yeah.
the interaction, real world, understanding the real world surroundings, and then reacting to it, and all that coming through. But it's yet to be coming in, and it's more about, even if people have solutions or the industries has solution, they need to vet it out
Okay.
before we put it to the patients or cars in the hands of people and things like that, or automated way of driving, self-driving and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. So you've been like working in industry for so long, and like, so what are the what is your based on your experience and things? What are the things you can able to give people like who are maybe early in career or mid in career, so that they can able to just follow it based on your experience or something? Some insights where they can able to look forward so that they can learn whatever you based on your journey so that they can grow faster or accelerate in the faster mode. What are the things you can say, like maybe three things top of your mind or
Yeah,
something?
I would say in the earlier stages, take risks, be open-minded, follow your passion. When you follow your passion and your curiosity, you will definitely accelerate because you're enjoying that work. Then, when you're enjoying that work, it is being noticed and recognized.
Mm-hmm.
So, before you settle down for anything in the earlier career, just explore, just try out things, connect with people, understand different industries, different spaces. Don't be traditional to your own major, especially
Okay.
in this an age, because innovation is coming through cross domains.
Yeah.
It's not coming being in their own domain. So be comfortable to explore other domains and
Okay.
be open minded. Um, then eventually you can narrow down. Me coming from a civil engineering background, going into IT field, and then recently trying to test my product on a cadaver, which is a dead body. Who would have imagined? I never wanted to go into medicine field because of I don't want to
Yeah.
deal with. But who imagined? And I enjoyed it. I mean, developing the product, I enjoyed it. It was so fascinating. So that's why I say you follow your passion, your interest, and then growth will come with it. Yeah.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, that's one thing you mentioned, right? Like the product testing the products in the cadaver is like kind of like testing a product, right? Like, wow, you started with civil and now you're developing kind of a medicine, like, right?
Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
developing a medicine or you're doing some R&D on medicine, medical field, right? Like, or
I I am doing also one of the things is devices.
Devices,
De
okay.
devices like software on a device.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so doing verification, validation on the device and doing some UAT before it goes into actual any
Just
of the patients.
okay.
There is a lot of work, and then so one of the step is either animal study or the cadaver study, and then all that stuff. So those phases trying to be there. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a physician or anything that background, so I cannot say I put medicine into patients.
Okay, I get it. Maybe.
But yeah,
But
software in the devices, yeah.
good, good, good. Yeah, I mean, I initially thought, okay, what is this? We'll be testing on it. Okay, I thought, okay, like, okay, we are building missions. Okay, the
Yeah.
healthcare missions, so it can able to do some kind of like testing on it, maybe
Yeah, we
operating
can help
machine or
plan
something
the
like that.
dosage
Correct, correct.
or how much drug to take, and then help assist the physicians, show real-time information and things like that, or yeah, any calculations or anything they want to see, or any images they want to see. Like it is the user experience, so they make their life easy so that they can focus on the patients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, 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 good. Nice. Okay, so you start, I mean, again, like going back to roots is like you started from India and being in US now. Actually, you might be, I mean, in US for long, so you would be like this would be a second country or like primary country for you. So people, I mean, do you think like, I mean, you have a land of opportunities, I understand, but the thing is like, I mean, what is going against, I mean, what is going in the other side of the world or something like that? Do you have any exposure towards that within a company side or like a personal side on a medical field, like other countries are developing this or something like that? If you could share something like on this in healthcare with robotics or AI.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I would say, as far as my experience goes, Europe and US are more like innovative thinking. They come up with new products and solutions um, because they want to get into new market or unmet diseases they want to treat, because there's a lot of R&D to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the appetite to fail. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to fail for them. That's the
Yeah.
mindset and the culture they have, is like it's okay to fail. And from the failure, you'll learn something, and the next thing will come out better.
Good.
So, but some of the countries don't. So, but some are more adaptable to, okay, what is proven and tested and it's working, to take that and scale it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is also needed.
Yeah.
Perfecting and making it and scaling it up so that it is distributed globally and available and all that. So that is what some countries are good at.
Uh-huh.
And then when you do this, there is a need for raw materials. So
Yeah.
when you come up with these drugs and manufacturing parts of the drugs and all that, that's lot of raw material, chemical raw material, and then manufacturing raw materials and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being a global country and global distribution, some are good with those. They can
Okay.
provide and supply that. So I see it's it's like a global village. Each gets
Yeah.
they something on the table they put to make overall health of the world better.
Yeah.
And then access to health is a little bit I don't know. I don't understand why that disparity happens. Some have easy access, some don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I find it very complex. But
Okay.
globally, I think everybody has their own strengths, each country and each region and all that. And then together, they at least get products which helps the make the human being health live longer, better
Okay.
life.
Yeah, nice, nice. I mean, I mean, in this last one, actually, I take like there are a lot of takeaways for me. I think like everyone will have the same thing. Is like fast fail, and like adaptable to it and accelerate and make it scalable. So these are the successful things which can be done in any field, and think your whatever you mentioned is also like connecting with me. So that's a great insight. And thank you. Thank you for your time and like your journey, sharing with a lot of insights and valuable information. Uh, so I would like to wish you for great for your future journey as well. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Sundar. I think I enjoyed having this conversation with you. Awesome questions. I'm looking forward for another conversation with you. I'm
Sure,
very happy with a conversation. I enjoyed it.
sure. Thank you, Deepa. Okay.
Thank you.